Greetings, friends. I have presented this mashal, this parable, several times since I heard it years ago from Rabbi Naftali Yeager Shlita, who told it over in the name of the Ishbitzer Rebbe. This is such a classic that I feel moved to tell the story once again, and this is the time. We are in the season of Sfiras HaOmer, the holy thread that binds Pesach to Shavuos. What is unique about this season? The Ishbitzer speaks about the egg. The egg is an integral part of Pesach. On the Seder plate, it represents the Korban Chagiga, the festival sacrifice brought in the temple. In addition, we eat an egg as part of the Seder meal. What is special about an egg? My friends, there's nothing else like an egg. Most mammals are born once, but birds are born twice. It's a two-part process. First, the egg is laid, but the chick, the baby bird, is still inside and must develop the strength to peck its way out of the egg from the inside, obviously. This is intense labor. Some birds even develop an external egg tooth to crack the egg from the inside, the shell. When the shell cracks, the chick emerges. This is the second part of the birth process. So it is with the children of Israel. We're also born twice, physically on Pesach and spiritually on Shavuos. In ancient Egypt, we were born physically. When we left Egypt, we were still at the 49th level of impurity, carrying a slave mentality, unprepared to receive the Torah. We then marched 49 days to Har Sinai, Mount Sinai, under the leadership of Moshe Rabbeinu. By the time we arrived, we had shed enough impurity to enable us to receive the Torah. We had cracked the shell of our physical and spiritual enslavement. On Shavuos, we broke out. This is the two-part process of our birth, exemplified by the egg. It's vital to understand that cracking the egg, the avoda of Sphira, this period that we're in right now, is in itself intense labor. The little bird works hard to crack that shell from the inside. And that's an indication to us that we must work hard to free ourselves from the mentality which binds us to the Egyptian lifestyle, the attachment to emptiness, which almost doomed our ancestors to eternal slavery. During Sphira, our goal is to build ourselves up step by step until we are ready to become servants of the Ribono Shel Olam, of Hashem, and live by his Torah. That's the mashal I heard from Rabbi Yeager. Beautiful mashal. It occurred to me that we can add to this mashal, however. After Shavuos has passed and we have accepted the Torah, is the process finished? No, not at all. Our spiritual growth now enters a new phase. The little bird has emerged from its shell. It is furry and cute, but it cannot fly. Its stubby wings are weak and untrained. It may fall from the nest. Its mother teaches it to use its wings. Finally, it's ready. Off it goes. Tentatively at first, then stronger soon. It is soaring upward on the wind. Seemingly, it can reach the heavens. On Shavuos, we emerge from our shell. We have wings of Torah, but we don't know how to use them. As we grow spiritually, we will find that we can soar above the world. If we are going to live as Hashem intended, then we're going to have to make use of those wings of Torah and soar upward toward the heavens, above the traps and troubles which beset those who cannot fly above this world. This is made clear in the Bris Bein HaBasarim, when Hashem took our father Avram outside, that's in quotes. Rashi tells us Hashem was taking Avram and his descendants outside the confines of the physical world to a spiritual level on which others could not soar. Quote, this is Rashi on Sefer Bereshis, Genesis. Hashem took Avram out of the space of the world and raised him above the stars. Torah lifts us into the world of eternity. This is our avoda during Sphira, to emerge from the shell of attachment to physicality and soar into the heavens, to allow Hashem through his Torah to remove us from darkness and the shadow of death. This is the time of year when we can escape from the tumah, the impurity which surrounds us, so that we can lead the world back to the state of purity in which Hashem created it. I want to end with a quote from Tehillim, from Psalms. King David wrote this, and we say it in Kapparos every Erev Yom Kippur. Children of man who sit in darkness and the shadow of death, shackled in affliction and iron, he removed them from darkness and the shadow of death and broke open their shackles. Shabbos.